Oh, okay, cool. Back to what I was going to ask you before. How confident are you that you could get this game clocked in at 60 frames? Um, 60 frames, 11 on 11 football. How confident are you?
Okay, so we're trying really hard. It's going to take a lot more time to get it running, especially at 60 frames.
Right.
You know, we are working really hard to really make it look the best we can. So it's going to be a long process. You know, right now it's not running at 60. It's it just isn't. So we need to really push it, and we're going to have to do a lot more engineering. But we eventually want to get there, I guess you could say.
Okay, that actually sounds like a task. But on to the game itself. What style gameplay is it? Is it that tap swipe style gameplay? Is it turn-based like an RPG? Or is it more on the lines of a traditional style football game with controls, analog sticks, stuff like that?
Oh, no, it's full control. So it's not going to be, yeah. So we're not going to do, we actually think that we're in a place now with even having on-screen controls. It's really one of the big things is the reason people love controllers, obviously there's haptic feedback.
Right.
So when you're pressing a button, you press the button.
Right.
When you're on a flat screen, you have no way to tell if you did anything. Right?
Very true.
So, and also, what happened was, you guys remember back in the old day, the D-pad, really burned out your, now you have analog sticks. It's much more accurate. And it's funny too, because when I play, I'm not really good at first-person shooters, but when I did play shooters, I played with a keyboard and mouse on the PC. Right. And I thought my aim was great. And then I switched over and, played on the console, some Call of Duty. And I was horrible, but I got better, right? So people love the analog stuff, right? So what we did was we sort of merged up, and we believe we found a way to, I don't want to say trick your brain, but to make your brain feel that it has precise controls, because nobody has really done great controls on the mobile. But there is one game I'll say right now where I am in complete 100% love of the controls, and it's a new game called Implosion. Maybe I'm plugging it, but so there's this really cool company. They're really awesome. They're actually out of Taiwan. They made a game called Implosion, and it kind of looks like a Robotech. Right. But tech kind of game and stuff. You play with your controls. It's pretty amazing. But we've felt that we've improved enough where so whenever I'm designing controls, I'm trying to design from the player's perspective, the way their brain will react to fast decisions, right? So what's really important is we have one subset of techniques right now, or one UI element that we believe is going to be we're going to be able to achieve to trick your brain into thinking that it's kind of analogish or more in tune with analogish, and then it's accurate. But we're still playing with the idea of, are we going to just make it that way, or are we going to give you the option to do swiping, right? So we don't really know yet, but we do know that, or maybe we have like a switch out control, but it does work with a Stratus controller.
Okay, so the goal is to make it full control.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to look at the time right quick. In your opinion, why is Infinity Blade series so popular and successful? How can you use your knowledge of that game into Joe Montana football's success?
So what was incredible about Infinity Blade was it really sort of broke the mold, right? We're most used to seeing, Farmville-like games and Candy Crush games, or, very simplified games. And these guys, they came out with something, it was on stage, a keynote with Steve Jobs. It was a really important moment, and it just showed that, when you actually, really wanted to push things, you could, right? Now, and what it taught us was, man, if you really wanted to create AAA type of sort of game development and put that into a device, you can drive it, and their techniques were awesome, right? So they had to make a lot of cuts, obviously, but they really, really showed people what was possible. And it just kept getting better, and people loved it, right? People wanted a gorgeous looking game, and they got it. And when we took a look at it, we said, man, we started fitting things in. And it's like we can achieve, you know, the same gorgeousness that they did, and push things as well. So, and then what was even better is they did all that without metal, right? Wow. And metal really improves the whole system over. If anyone has as a iOS device, I think 5S or higher that actually has metal, download the Zen Garden from Unreal. Just try it, right? And it's free, and just look what's capable. Now imagine when it's on the 7, right? When the new chips come out and everything. So just see that and then say, you know, I mean, it's beautiful. And they're doing an incredible job. So so I hope they answer your question.
Okay. Yes. What I got out of that was pushing, basically pushing the edge.